Hey, what's going on everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech, and this is a update video or behind the scenes update as far as what I got going on. Just got done watching some football. It is still football Sunday, so mixing and matching. And we have an old Antminer S9 here in front of us. Is actually a client, or I guess you would say a patient that my wife helps out, and they brought me this unit, and only one fan is on it. The back fan is off. I used a power supply that I got from Red Panda Mining and a breakout board that I believe I just had somewhere stashed back there, deep in the mines cables, some breakout cables, everything just to get this thing up and running, just to make sure it works. I did have to do a teardown on it and like a full cleanup, which you should see in an upcoming video, if not this week, then next week, so just bear with me. But I was able to get it up and running, and actually right now when it's nighttime and a lot cooler, I am kind of testing various firmwares, you know. So first one, I like the Brains OS firmware. It's one of my favorites. I did have to put the fan dummy adapter on here because we're not running a second fan, and with the stock Bitmain S9 firmware, it's not going to run or start mining unless it sees both fans connected to the device, unless you disable it. So I just put the dummy adapter on just to get by it, and then I installed the Brains OS firmware. And I want to test out a couple other things, a couple other companies' firmwares. I know Hyvon has one as well. There's another company, I can't remember their name or pronounce it correctly. And then there's, what is it, BitBix or Bixbit as well, that we saw at Mining Disrupt. I'm going to test out their firmware and see which one does the best, because each of them range from 1.8% fee to 2.5%. And I just want to see which one will perform the best. But we are limited on power, because it's only a 1200 watt power supply. It can do 1300 watts, which will get this thing up to almost 14 terahash, or right around 14 terahash. Brains OS will give us a little bit more, where we could do like 15.5 terahash, but we're really power limited, because usually the power supplies that come with these things, have 1800 watts total that it could provide to the unit. But I did have to really give it a good cleaning. And the rear fan that is disconnected was really weird. When I got this from the wife who brought it from her client, it had caulking on it for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe, because there's like a little 3D printed vent right here. I'm not sure. Maybe they were trying to seal the ducting. Maybe they had it ducked somewhere. I'm not entirely sure. But the bearing looks good. It's just when we provide power, it doesn't power on or anything like that. So just a replacement fan. You can get these cheap on Amazon or third party. And then the client should be able to go to just plug it in and get this Asic up and running. Additionally, they can replace the control board that's on here. It's just a Xilinx chip. We've seen these control boards. They're all over the place on eBay and various partners. So they could replace the control board with one from Epic Blockchain, or maybe even the Brains Brains OS or Brains Pool team has a control board as well for these S9s. But I've seen a lot of people use a single board, right? So these are 3 different boards. If you take one of these off, I've seen people sandwich them between big boy fans, low RPM but high CFM, sandwich the board and provide power to it, and then they're using it as solo miners to solo mine some Bitcoin, similar to what I'm doing with the Apollo BTC miners. So either way, got this up and running and working for the client. I'm going to educate them and provide as much information as I can, and you should see additional videos in the future. They'll roll out progressively throughout the next couple weeks. Just bear with me, because all content does come out probably a week or 2 behind from actual real time. This is the only way to get real-time updates from me. So if you're interested in this type of content, make sure to stay a member or be a Patreon fan, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I hope if you like the NFL that your team played well. Take care.